All right, so we're just kicking around a couple different ideas. I mean, initially I was like, I really wanted to have a roof and have it taper down. However, you would kind of, I don't know if you'd really lose that much visibility, but I thought it would be pretty cool to have the intercooler right here. We don't want really high weight, but I don't know. I mean, we just, if we put the intercooler right here, it's probably not going to get very much air. And we were also trying to figure out how to get airflow in through the side. I don't know.
Or if you put it more like a little farther back, like off of these, and then did like an air scoop, so the air like kind of comes
Not a bad idea.
And then just leave this open so the air can just kind of flow out.
Yeah, almost Subaru-ish. Like we could have it flat, and then like that's not bad. I like that idea.
Like
dude, look at you. We need to keep you around.
Yeah, like,
this guy.
Or like top mount, like how he did Vicky. Like,
yeah.
We literally just put it right over the engine right here, and then it was all just super compact and really good. And then you could still make a funnel from
honestly,
the top or
it
something,
shouldn't
and you can
need
have
to
a
be
fan draw it or whatever. Yeah, or almost something where it's just like kind of hanging off the back of this. Yeah, you want to flatten her out, but then I'm just trying to think.
I like that.
I'm just trying to keep the curvature of the car.
I think that's going to flow a lot better. You're asking the air to go 180 degrees. 90 degrees is a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know?
Or you could put the scoop and then a couple like fans on the back side to help draw it in. But if you're trying to keep the hatch or back end of it on, then this might kind of stick out. But either way,
I don't mind that. I really don't mind that at all.
You know, or you could do this and then build a sheet metal wing that comes off.
I kind of wanted it to have a little bit of a, you know, that little, whatever that wing is.
Something like that would work.
Kind of clip the air off, basically. You're using the air in the right area and you're clipping the air off where you don't want it, so.
It'd almost be nice if this like 90 down or something. You could literally just aim the turbo up and just run here. We can make that happen.
What's up, guys? This is Ben here at Fasterproms. Laz and I are holding down the fort today. Jeremy and George are actually at the Freedom Factory. But what I'm working on today is I want to get the front bars here, the A pillar bars, A to B rather. I want to get those done and finished. I would love to get the harness bar and also the seat installed. As of now, I got the base plates cut, cleaned up a little bit around there. I think I'm gonna plate up here a little bit as almost like an anti-intrusion plate. I got some tube bent already, and we're getting there. So stay tuned, and hopefully we can get a lot done while the boys are playing.
Piece by piece. All right, so we came up with an idea for the intercooler, kind of what we had talked about with Kyle. Now we're trying to fix it in place, and we got pretty much some scrap pieces of carbon, and we're probably gonna take that as our scoop up here. But first we gotta fix this in place, and we really wanted to be able to route our cold side, and then we're gonna get to the hot side while Ben is working on everything else on the cage. So it's coming along extremely good.
We're getting crazy.
Yeah. It's getting crazy. This is definitely, well, this will be the most caged car I have. Definitely. I don't think I've ever had anything like this. This looks crazy.
It'll give you a confidence booster.
In the meantime, what I really want to tackle is getting the cold side done. I'm really looking forward to doing some of that right now. Now, before we tackle all that stuff, if you guys have been watching any of our videos or anything with our S10 build, our twin turbo V8 all-wheel drive S10, which is a wild build, we've got a lot of help from Motion Raceworks. So what we got right here is we got an intercooler kit. Now we customize that with a couple different pipes right there for anything and everything that we should be able to need in order to build this thing. Now you guys got to check them out. They got a ton of different products. I mean, this is like less than 1% of all the stuff that they have to offer. But if you guys are going to be building anything whatsoever, do check them out. They got an incredible amount of inventory and so many cool race car products. We got a couple miscellaneous different bends on the 2.5-inch side as well as 3-inch. And then moving over to the stainless side, We've got a 3.5 inch because we are going to be all business out the exhaust right there. This flange right here is about 3 inches, and we have a cone that we actually got from them that's going to go from a 3 inch to a 4. Pretty awesome little deal right there. Now this one has already been cut of what we're going to use on our S10, so we're going to cut this guy back out, weld it into that flange over there. We got a bunch of pre-cut stuff that I set up last time of when we were going to change our downpipes on the S10, but I think we're probably going to be able to use that on this. Okay, hold on, I got a question. I've been sitting here thinking about this since I saw this here. Do we take the exhaust and go here or through here? I don't know. Or maybe just go down.
We better point it straight down, because when this thing pops a wheelie, we're gonna need that back pressure to help us keep the front end down. You know
I don't know. I want to see fireballs in the air though.
All right, so let's run that son gun right over here, man, right in the mirror. Pop, 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 Honda style, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I like it.
Pop, 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 pop,
I like it, George.
like that. Did you hear me? Pop, 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 pop.
I think we got it the first time.
Okay.
Going down. And hey, look, you fixed it. No more flex.
No more. The stop tubes, I think they move just a little bit, but they're not even, they're just tacking in place right now.
Yeah, and really,
We're gonna brace those up.
yeah, the reason for that is because we're all tied in right there now. So we've really eliminated any of, well, what we had with the bushings, I guess.
Yeah, it's just the bushings that were flexing, and because we had nothing tying the roll bar together, so it was all just kind of hinging on those 2 front bolts, really. But now that we have all this business going on, it's a whole different unit.
All right, so right now we're trying to mount the intercooler, and it looks a little wild right there. I wanted to get it on the ground so that we could see how high it really is from the roof line. And it looks from here about flush with it, but we're trying to get that set up maybe with some carbon right there. So we'll see how that works, but we're gonna probably start there. Ben, time is of the essence. Sure. Let's get this thing knocked out, man. So what we did is we got our stuff all mocked up. I cut up all the pieces. I think it's gonna fit. I hope it's gonna fit.
See if it
I'm a newbie fab guy, so I'm not even a fab guy. Just trying to make this fit. I think it's gonna look really cool once we get it all done, though. Mm-hmm. All right, so if you'll notice, we don't have our intake manifold and throttle body on right now. I'm going to go over to Laz, and he's going to get that all set up for welding. We got to get the flange on there, so that takes just a little bit of preparations. There's a couple little holes that we got to plug, a couple things that we had to remove. I believe that was a PCV port that we had on the top side right there that had to get removed. This is, I believe, it's for our map sensor, so that's going to be fine. However, that is our LS1 throttle body adapter from ICT Billet, which is pretty darn sweet, and they've helped us out with a whole lot of stuff. Have a really ton of cool products that help with any sort of LS swap. However, we're not exactly doing an LS swap, but we do have an LS1 throttle body. So the throttle body is going on there. We got to make sure that that's all going to work with a map sensor. We can clearance that if need be, but we're looking pretty close. We got a little bit of extra room that we can work with. So,
and then once we get the throttle body, should be lined up like that.
We got to fill in that hole. That was also a PCV port, just like what we had on our intake manifold.
So we're gonna have our cable come across here with a bracket.
That's right. So we got to be able to run our throttle cable, of course, and that should work pretty good. So we're anticipating building a bracket right about there to be able to. Now, again, you were saying
housing of the cable.
Yeah, we were talking about whether our throttle pedal is going to be a push or a pull, and so either which way we're going to be able to make it work. So.
Set up the clutch, I set up the brake, and the gas pedal is just, it's in limbo right now because we're going to get this part done first.
Yeah. So depending on where you mount the cable, whether it's pushing or pulling, of course that's going to determine what the throttle body is going to do. So that if we got to grab it on one side of the throttle body to push or grab it on the other side to pull. Now Ben is setting up our side coming straight from the turbo. We just test fitted. It looks really, really good.
Aluminum magnet?
An aluminum magnet would really be helpful right about now.
I'm sure there's something that I don't know about that works really well for this.
So the way that we got this mocked up, we're trying to make it look pretty savvy as well as Just got to butt up real nice there. Dude, I like it.
Jeremy.
Not too bad, not too bad. So we can tweak that. I really wanted to keep those lines real nice together.
So it doesn't rub, but...
All right. I really like the idea of cleaning that all up with the Scotch-Brite though. That's going to make it look a ton better.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll hit it at the end and all the welds and everything will be all shiny.
Popping.
Satin.
All right, so now on to the other side of the intercooler. We can't do that until intake manifold.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
That definitely has got to require a lot more heat there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, in the meantime, in between working, tuning an airboat, show you some videos of that real quick here. Now,
I needed that anyway.
We're mounting, remounting, and mounting and remounting again. Yeah, we've had a bunch of small little snags trying to get everything to fit just right and get everything all feng shui. What is this, like the 5th time we've cut up this intercooler? Something like that. All right, so we're doing this for a couple different reasons. We're not getting the angle that we want, but we also want to bring this bend, this 90 right here, in real tight. All right, that last one was deli thin. All right, let's check this out.
That's better.
It's definitely better.
Yeah, we can make that. We can make that
All
work.
right. He didn't beat it?
Well, that one running parallel to that pipe, it's just the last.
That's like drop number 5. That thing's not round anymore. Look at this, we got like a hexagon going on here. Very time consuming though. Incredibly time consuming. I was hoping we were gonna have the exhaust done, but we're gonna have to cut out for the night. We get this all mocked up and tacked, and that'll be a wrap for the day. Wondering if this guy changed very much since we changed them out.
It'd be so crazy if this would actually, if this works with 2 couplers.
So we're gonna have to have.
Dang.
That'll do her.
Was that meant to be?
You know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Maybe just let it be. All right, so this one we're gonna have to do a little tweaking on. I think after we had done this, the intercooler, we moved it.
Oh, what happened?
So, yeah, so no big deal. We can go ahead and add another little, have to add another little joint right there, but.
Angle the intercooler changed and it moves down.
And the height, yeah. All right, so we're trying to do this with 2 couplers, if possible. It is gonna be quite a feat. All right, so it just occurred to us that we're playing a little geometry games. That is a true 90, and we were running this parallel. That makes that a 90. Ben has a 90. Let me show you what we're up against here. So before it wasn't, and after we moved the intercooler around and all that, then things changed. So as you can see, that is not. I believe that that is about a 75. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make that a true 90. This guy had a 15-degree angle in him right there. It should get us just about where we need to be. All right, so the decision is to weld into a corner, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, I vote. I don't really think that's a great idea, but
But we must know.
yeah.
And how difficult is it going to be to get off? make serviceable? Probably none at all.
We can do it.
You'll need 2 people.
Definitely.
That is definitely wild looking. All business, buddy. 2.5 in, 3 inch out of the intercooler. I really like it. We got this backdoor style right here. Should be able to disperse airflow pretty good and suck out the heat. We tweaked our intercooler. We got the mounting of what we wanted. Whew, that was a lot. Boy, guys, I'm still dead from the Freedom 500 and just not getting any sleep, so I feel like a useless bum. So forgive me. Definitely been a little bit been a little grumpy today. But dude, this looks awesome though. Really happy with the way that it came out. I mean,
It just gets crazier and crazier.
it's crazier every day. All right, so the next question is exhaust.
Or
That's what kind of carbon you playing with?
Plans.
I thought about that and I was like, I don't know, you know.
we'll play around.
The big Volkswagen Stinger out the center.
We gotta get rid of that mount too. That thing's stupid.
Yeah.
We'll make
Yes, sir.
something Nice
Yes, sir.
and solid.
Dude, that looks awesome. Well, you guys did good today. Ah, that's too big of a scoop. You're getting a little.
Might have to brace the intercooler a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about 2 inches, maybe 3 inches off right there.
That's it.
Pretty close.
Just weld standoffs on the top of the roll up. Screw 'em in.
Oh yeah, man. Well, another day down, another part of the project complete.
Pretty big part.
It's a big part.
Fabrication wise.
Yeah, dude. That definitely, once we get our valve cover on there, that thing is gonna look wild. And as far as the downpipe,
Yeah, half a day of welding.
well, I did what I could do there. There's some okay spots, some good spots, and not so good spots. So, Ben, I'm leaving that one for you, buddy. You got this.
So I noticed you're MIG welding and not TIG welding this cage.
Yeah. Well, there's no real need to TIG weld it.
TIG welding is basically chrome moly cage.
Yeah, you have to TIG weld full chromoly cage. This is DOM, you can MIG or TIG it, but to TIG this would take so long. And honestly,
And this is a fast forward project, right?
yeah. And honestly, a proper weld's a proper weld. MIG, TIG, stick, friction. If it's welded, it's welded. So in this application, we're just hammering this out, and it's coming out good though. I mean, it's pretty wild.
They definitely look good. We have the front of the smart car off. Jeremy went ahead and did a full AC and heater delete, it looks like. And George has been installing the Honda radiator. So it looks like you're masking off the center of the radiator.
Yep. Our aluminum tape here, our custom fan trap.
To get all that ducted airflow to go straight to the radiator and not around it.
Exactly.
Is that factory installed?
That's factory installed shroud right there, man. Let's see what it looks like on the car. Fits perfect.
And that's an actual Honda radiator, so.
Real Honda K-Swap like radiator.
Guys, I had a scare with Uncle Sam a few days back. When Brent first got here, I wanted to take him out and do some drifting. Really something that I absolutely love sharing with a whole bunch of people. So Brent and I went out and we were doing some drifting, and it was right next door over at Showtime Speedway, and the crank pulley came off. Uncle Sam had a big, nasty problem. It really honestly scared me in the fact that I thought that we were going to have a major problem with the crank.
Drop this down in here. So we have now added the 2 round keyways to the crank. We had a real difficult time drilling the crank because I believe the balancer, when it spun on it, it welded some of itself to the crank and therefore heat treated itself even more. This was the ICT setup, and their drill bit providers worked fine on cranks in the past on factory stuff, but this being a forged crank and the heat treating, I had to go through a few extras and use a carbide.
So this is the balancer that we pulled off, and that's about a 1/4 inch, well, it's about almost 3/8 of an inch wider than it was, because this thing was spinning around there. We had lost the keyway. The keyway broke.
Still see keyway.
Yeah, and just tore up the whole freaking thing really bad.
But
so
this being a soft steel and the crank being forged, it definitely, we were able to save the crank with no damage to it.
yeah, so thank God for that. That's awesome.
It ain't happening again.
Yeah. So now we just need some more tires. That's the only problem that we have now.
Always tired.
All right, this thing is flying together. We got so much more stuff that we are so excited to bring to you. Next episode, these guys are tearing deep into the engine, doing some nice little upgrades there. Very clever, interesting stuff that we need in order to be able to make the power, RPM, all the stuff that we want to do. On top of that, we've got some appearance upgrades that are really going to help this thing pop. And we're making some more progress with the cage, and we might even have some paint going on if things go right. So we'll see, man.
Thank goodness.
Can't wait to share with that. Also, guys, check out our Instagram. That's at Fasterproms and at PFI Speed. Guys, give this guy a sub. He's got such great stuff. You got to check out his channel.
Appreciate it, for sure.
Yeah, you just keep doing that. It's helping me think. Doing a swim, doing the dance. After much deliberation.
After much deliberation.
Brent has a song that he wanted to share with you guys as we are concluding this episode. Go ahead.
Greg Laswell, Come Back Down.
All right, and last time he really threw me off with some, old school punk stuff and all that. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna go Face to Face Disconnected, as well as what did I just say there?
Face to Face Disconnected.
No, there was another one too I was gonna throw in there. I was gonna make this the 3-1.
Oh,
this is the first time I've ever done that.
Going all out.
Yeah. Hold on. Shoot. What was it?
This is Welcome to My Life.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were doing a second ago. Just had it. Crap.
Motor Breath
Hold
Metallica?
No.
I know. Where's mine?
Oh, I remember what it was. Okay. Right. I remember what it was. All right. Completely other end of the spectrum there, we've got Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Oh, that's a good
this
one.
one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
All right, guys. God bless you. We'll see you next episode very, very soon.